Apple Maps has received its biggest update thanks to iOS 18. In this video, I'll cover the new features for walking and hiking, as well as changes that make it easier to manage saved locations, find new places, using the app offline, and more. If we haven't met, I'm Ellen from Ellen's Tips for iOS, where I help seniors master their iPhones and iPads. If you find the video helpful, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Let's get started. Topographic maps were added to the Apple Watch last year, and now they are available on the iPhone. The Maps app features all 63 U.S. national parks as well as trail networks and hikes. You'll search for hiking or hiking trails in the Maps app to see nearby trail options. If available, the hike will show the length, elevation, ratings, and other details. Your hikes can be filtered by route type like loop, out and back, or point to point. Length and elevations can be saved for offline access. So let's take a look at how this works. So I'm going to go ahead and tap here where it says Search Maps. And I'm going to just go ahead and put in Acadia. And it should come up National Park. I'm going to go ahead and tap on that. And now I'm going to zoom into the hiking area to see a specific trail or search for trails. So I'm going to zoom in by pinching outwards with my thumb and index finger until I get down to an area in Acadia National Park where I see trails. And so here I'm going to go ahead and just choose this Bubble Divide trailhead. I'm going to click on it. And that pops up, but it doesn't really give me much information. If I pull up on the line at the top here and just pull up, some other hikes will appear below. I'm going to just tap on one so that you can see the elevation, how long it would take to walk this hike, the length that it is, its elevation up and down. And so here you can see different things for that particular trail. Let me close out of that and let's come back here. We can also create our own custom route if we want to. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that. And you'll see this little pop-up appears to help you do that. What you want to do is pick a starting point. I'm going to go ahead and tap here. I'm going to zoom in a little bit more, and I'm going to go ahead and tap on that Bubbles Divide trailhead. And you're going to see I get a starting point. I'll go ahead and just tap on an area that I know that I want to walk, so I'll tap into here. You'll see a line is formed, and below you'll start to see some information about that hike. I'm going to go ahead and tap up into this area, and so that will take me to that period, and I'll go ahead and go all the way up to this Pemetic Northridge Trailhead. I'm going to go ahead and tap there. And so now I have a route. It's 1.5 miles long. It tells me how long it's going to take to do it. And here, there are options that I can reverse this loop, meaning I could start up here and walk this way, or I can do an out and back. So I'm going to go ahead and tap out and back, and you'll see it changes the mileage. So it doubles the miles because you're walking out and back, and then it gives you the amount of time that it will take. So there is no option now to close this loop because it is an out and back trail. If I want to save this so that I have it on in the Maps app on my phone and I have it saved to my Apple Watch, I can go ahead and tap on Save. It'll give me the name of the hike, and I can choose to put in any notes about that hike. So it allows me to to set a specific hiking route, and this custom route is supported in Apple Maps, and Apple is never going to allow you to take an unsafe route. It is always going to make sure that you are on marked trails, so it's not going to allow you to go off trail. So I can go ahead, I've saved it to the library, and I can go ahead and tap on Done. If you're thinking about visiting an area, Apple has made it easier to explore the area using the Search Here button. So we're still in Acadia National Park near Bar Harbor, and let's say I want to search for pizza places in that area. I'm going to go ahead and tap on Search Maps, and I'm going to type in pizza. And I am going to choose the pizza near the area on your map, because if I choose nearby, it's going to take me to my physical location. So I'm going to tap pizza near the area on your map. And when I do, it should start to locate pizza places in the area. And I can zoom in and see them. But if I search for pizza and I pan around the map, so if I just start scrolling out of this particular area, so I'm going to zoom in a little bit further, and you'll start to see if I'm just panning around the map to areas nearby, it should start to pick up pizza in those particular areas. So let's move this way, give it a chance. And so you can pan around to a new location and the map will update reliably in the new location. And so as you continue to zoom in, you'll see the different pizzas, places in that area, and you'll see a dedicated Search Here button that you have more control over where you want to search. So if I scroll around, let's come into Bar Harbor, you can automatically see that it starts to search there. But if it doesn't, the Search Here should appear and I can tap on it and it will locate the pizza places in that particular area. So this can be a great feature if you want to look for pizza, or you want to look for amusement parks, or you want to search for a Starbucks, and then pan around the area and locate them where you are. If you find a favorite trail or custom route, you can save it to your library for later. To do so, you'll find the relevant trail and then tap on the Add to Library option. So you'll see here I have the Cadillac Summit route up on the map. I can tap on this plus button and it will automatically add it to my library. I can then rename hikes and add specific information that I might want to revisit later, as well as download the route for offline usage. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to tap the X. And down here, I'm going to go ahead and tap on my profile picture. And now that brings me into the area where I can locate my library and offline maps. So I'm going to go ahead and tap on the library. And here, if I come into this area where it says routes, you'll see a list of all of the trails that I've saved to the iPhone. If I tap on the three dots next to the name of the trail, I can then go ahead and edit the name and note, delete the route. I'm going to go ahead and tap on Edit Name and Note. So here I can change this if I want, or add something that I might want to remember later. I'm going to go ahead and cancel that. I'm going to tap on the three dots again, and you'll notice I can also delete this route if I want to. Another way that you can delete the route is by sliding to the left all the way and tapping on delete, and then that trail will be deleted. So all saved content, including locations, routes, guides, and pins, are going to be located here in the library section of the maps rather than in a separate section as it was in iOS 17. The library also shows all of your recently added content. So anything that was recently added, you'll find here in the library section. Another way to add notes is that you can tap any place in the Maps app and then select the Add a Note option from the menu. So if I just tap anywhere, once it comes into that area of the map, if I tap on More, you'll see that there's an option that I can tap on to add a note about whatever you want to remember about that location. Notes are private and kept on the device. They are only visible to the note creator. To access your note, so I've already tapped into the Cadillac Northridge Trailhead. If I tap on More and I tap on Add a Note, I'm just going to put in Test Note and tap on Done. And now you'll see that test note right below the information, and only you will see this. Nobody else can access it except you on your iPhone. And then if I wanted to download this particular trailhead, I would just tap Download and tap Download again, and it's going to be added then to the library. Apple Maps has come a long way, and these new features in iOS 18 make it easier than ever to explore your surroundings, whether you're hiking through national parks, planning custom routes, or saving favorite spots for later. For seniors, these updates bring incredible convenience and peace of mind. You can explore trails with safety in mind, stay organized with the new library section, and even take notes to personalize your experience. If you're someone who loves traveling, walking, or just discovering new places, Apple Maps can be your trusted companion. Give these new features a try. You might find that they make getting around more enjoyable and stress-free. And remember, technology is here to make your life simpler, so don't hesitate to explore all that Apple Maps has to offer. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time.